Never had a dream come true, Ollie. You are literally my hero.
Today is a very big day, okay? I know it's not as bright as it usually is, but sunshine has just stepped into this building. We are joined by someone who has been nominated for 6 Brit Awards, has appeared in one of our favourite shows, in fact, several of our favourite shows. Also, he is best friends with Judi Dench.
What?
Judi Dench. And I can't quite believe this, right? Because he isn't buffering. He isn't lagging or crackling on Zoom right now because it is a real human being. Our first sat in the studio. We've actually got a guest in the studio. So nice to see other humans. And it's the one, the only, Olly Alexander! Olly, hello.
What an intro. Hi, guys.
Oh, hi.
Oh, my goodness. That was amazing.
It's
You
so
just
nice.
blew a load of golden
Confetti.
Confetti. Wow.
Olly, I mean, look, you're a regular on the show. I mean, we spoke to you not long ago on Zoom
Yes.
about It's a Sin. But we've also had you on, obviously, as Years and Years. But now, this is kind of like a new era because you're still representing Years and Years, but as a solo project.
That's right. Yeah, it's just me.
Yeah. So explain that to me. Like, how does it kind of work?
Yeah, so, all right, I'll tell you kind of the honest truth of what happened is me, Mikey and Emre met like 10 years ago, right? And we've been in this band for a decade. And in that time, we've just kind of grown apart musically, right?
Yeah.
So we kind of stopped making music together. And when we kind of announced that I was just going to be, Olly Years and Years, it kind of like been a long time coming, if that makes sense. And we'd all sort of like got into a new way of living our lives and working together quite separately. And then after the pandemic, I feel like we had all this time to kind of like really reflect on what was going on. And it just made sense that we kind of went our separate ways because I've been writing all the songs for this new album and, Emery's working on other stuff. He's got his family to raise. And so it's just like an honest thing, really. Like, we didn't fall out, we're all mates and stuff. And we all, so it's definitely different, but I'm really excited as well to kind of do my thing this time.
I mean, that it is incredible. I mean, I have to, the one question I guess I have to ask, and I thought this when I saw it, was how come you stuck with Years and Years and didn't go out just as Olly Alexander?
Do you know what? I did think about that.
Yeah.
And we actually did talk about it too. But for me, like, I love Years and Years.
Yeah. Yeah, you're proud of it. You know, those songs.
Exactly. And like these songs that I've written like 10 years ago, some of them, I don't want to let them go. I want to still kind of do it. And so I felt like, okay, this just felt right to stay as Years and Years, I think.
Do you know you were doing the TikTok challenge with the song title Starstruck? It's become quite iconic. So basically, you show sort of how you've been during lockdown and then the post-lockdown glow-up.
That's right.
Being on all your fabulous clothes. We all love a glow-up, don't we?
I mean, we do.
Yeah, and there's one that I have to show you. Roman, can you just press that button there? I want you to see Olly Alexander, if you can work out who this is.
Oh my goodness.
Describe what you can see there.
I see a very well put together, very silky haired young man.
Are you sure it's a man?
Well, we're looking at something quite... I like the style that's happening right here, the scarf. I remember this hairstyle, which was sort of like spiky at the back and straightened at the front, kind of to the side.
The picture that Sean has brought up right now is me from when I was 14.
Yes, 2007 Roman Kemp, a vintage year.
I think you look a bit Bieber.
I would have taken Kelly Osbourne.
You are going to hear from 3 people now on the phone, okay? They've all got stories from when they were so starstruck at meeting somebody, they ended up embarrassing themselves. Are you here for that kind of tea?
I sure am.
Great.
Let's get into it.
So what we want to do is we want to crown one of these stories the most embarrassing story there ever will be. Now, you've even got a beautiful and extremely cheap, because we haven't got a lot of budget, spent it all on Roman's Batmobile. We spent that on. Caller number 1, we've got Olly. Now, Olly, please tell us, which celebrity did you meet and how did you embarrass yourself in front of them?
Okay, so picture this. It's about 5 years ago. Super Club in Brighton, seeing S Club 3. Not S Club 7, S Club 3. We've got Bradley, Joe, and Tina.
All the good ones.
Mhm.
And me and my mates are so excited. We're pushing our way to the front of the crowd to get as close as we can to Bradley, Joe, and Tina. And we're pushing so hard that someone bites my friend on the shoulder.
What?
And then Bradley comes into the audience and is singing his songs and like touches me, and I touch him, and then I kid you not, my legs give way underneath me and I collapse on the floor. I Beatlemania'd Bradley and I'm on the floor, and because my friends are laughing so much, no one picks me up, so I'm just lying on the floor.
I get it, Bradley.
so good.
Yes,
That's
honestly.
It's like you caught the Holy Spirit from Bradley from S Club. Do you know what I mean? It's like, anyone here need Jesus? Yeah.
Okay, so caller number 2, we have Em here. Now, Em, which celebrity did you meet and how did you embarrass yourself in front of them?
Ollie will be excited about this one because mine's to do with Rihanna.
Oh!
So it was like back in 2009 and I was like 13 and I was in the Trafford Centre in Manchester. And it was when she was like just coming on the scene. So there was like no one around her. She had one bodyguard just walking through the Trafford Centre. And I walked past her and I was like, you look really familiar. So I'm like turning around looking at her. And as I'm doing that, trying to work out who it is, and I clicked, I ended up walking into like a pillar. I like crying, and we ended up taking a picture. I ended up with this picture of me just in tears, stood next to Rihanna.
You got a picture.
She probably said, "Watch out for that pillar." Love it.
Oh, good.
Love it. So that's terrible.
Caller number 3, can you please make yourself known? Uh-oh.
Hello.
Caller number 3 is Will Manning.
Well,
Capital's very own Will Manning.
I was at an after party in 2018, and I'd had a lot of the free bar.
Oh yeah, showbiz.
Yeah, I'd seen someone called Mabel. You know, pop star Mabel. I'd seen her earlier that night,
Yes.
and she said that she'd be at the after party. So we arranged to kind of like meet and have a drink later that night. But I couldn't find her. So in my drunken state, I decided to drunk call her.
Oh yeah.
And she didn't pick up. So I called her again and she didn't pick up. So I called her again and she didn't pick up. So I called her 13 times.
No.
13?
Will.
To the point where she texts me saying, "You've just woken me up. I'm in bed. What do you want?" And I'm like, "Oh, I thought we were, having a drink at the after party." And then a week later, she released a song called "Don't Call Me Up."
Oh, it's about you.
And then changed her number.
And are you
very
still
awkward.
under the restraining order, or?
Yeah. Heavily. I had to call her the next morning just to apologise and make sure it was all going to be fine again.
called her again.
Stop! Don't call me up. Look, Ollie, you've heard all 3 of those, but who are you gonna give the trophy to?
Oh, I'm sorry. I have to give this to Ollie.
Ollie, you've won!
You got it, babes.
Never had a dream come true, Ollie. You are literally my hero.
Yeah.